Okay, I have a 12-pound ribeye roast. It's a prime rib roast. I'm gonna be putting in this container here, and then I'm gonna bury it in milk for 24 hours, and I'm gonna inject the piss out of it. Let's see what this thing turns out to be. It's all the rage now, so I'm testing it out. All right, we got it loaded into the 12-quart container. Here we go. Milking it up. It's so damn literal. It's like dipping a cheeseburger in the milk. That's 1 gallon of whole milk, because if you drink anything else, well, you just need your man card taken away. Anyway, I'm gonna take this bad boy injector right here and start sucking it up and injecting all in this thing. All right, so I got my Traeger injector. Injecting the milk in here, doing it for all over the spinalis, or the rib cap, whatever you want to call it. The spinalis is the actual term, so I'm sucking up the milk. Just filling this thing full of milk, letting it lubricate. Look at that coming all out. And then I'm gonna turn it, set it in the milk, and let it sit for 24 hours before I start cooking it. She's all nestled away in her little home downstairs in my meat party fridge. So we'll sit in here for 24 hours. Gonna bring it back out, and I will pat it dry. I will remove a little bit of the fat cap off the top, cut the bones loose, and then I'm gonna season it. And I'll show you my seasoning and stuff tomorrow when I get ready to do this. All right, been soaking overnight with this thing. It's been loaded full of milk. We still have the rib cap on it, and we still have a small fat cap. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna rip this fat cap and try not to rip the spinalis. The spinalis is the prize meat in a cow. It is the most tender. You can make little pinwheels with it. It's this cap right here. See this cap? This whole section is the most robust, packed full of flavor you could ever get on a piece of meat. So that's why they use the string to tie it. So now, we're gonna find the ribs right here. Get you a sharp knife. You're gonna go right behind them. Let me spin it. This is big. This is 12 pounds, so it's a lot of meat. So we want to travel right down that bone. So basically, when you get a dinosaur rib, people talk about getting those and doing those dinosaur bones. This is it. It's this rib bone with a ribeye on the back of it. So when they smoke that, it's amazing. So we're here, we got that cap off, boom. Now, we want to wrap this in string. Can you cut me a couple pieces of string? So it's gonna fall apart. Josephine, get scissors, please, hurry. Thank you. Go give them to mommy.
How big?
The circumference on this is probably, I don't know, 12 inches, so 18 inches or 2 foot. All right, so literally, you don't need no fancy, crazy knots. We're just gonna tie it up, regular old double knot. Tie it up. It's all about love and time. If you try to cook fast, you're gonna have crappy meat. Boom, look at this, it's surgery. Need a couple more. All right. So the milk and yogurt, it's another one I'm gonna do. Yogurt is amazing to use on chicken. You let it soak for 24 hours. The live cultures in it start to break the meat down. Same way as like pineapple. Pineapple's a great marinade because it'll actually dissolve a steak if you put it in it over time. Skin cap here real good. It's a girdle for your meat. All of this overlap off. And what I like to do, a lot of people may or may not do, is I like to put garlic inside my meat. I will stuff garlic cloves. Completely fill this thing, slap up with garlic inside. It just pops. Because you know you love roasted garlic. All right, that's all junk. Don, will you open the trash can for me, please, sir? All right. So, all you do is you'll make little incisions in this thing like this so that you can stuff all your cloves. Can you open that bag for me and get those, start opening those up? I gotta chop them up. All right, so what I've done, I've taken little slices with this knife. I dive down full length of the blade. I stick my finger in the hole, loosen it up. No dirty thoughts, people. And then we take the garlic and we're cramming the garlic all into this thing to add the most robust flavor that you have ever had in your entire life in a prime rib. It's important. Roasted garlic, every bite coming through. Salt, pepper, garlic, black salt and black pepper, not just any pepper. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll, put the rest of this garlic in these slits here, and then we're going to season. I'm going to take this mayonnaise and we're going to lube all over it. All right, can you give me some mustard too? Come on in, Miss Marilyn. Give some love. Use some $4.
How much?
A little more.
Ew, Dad.
Yeah, I know. Lovely, it's beautiful.
Dad, I'm not eating that big water.
All right, more stone mustard, please. This will be the last.
Dad!
Lube it up, rub it together. This is a good binder. Now, rinse. I'm gonna take one of my gloves off so I can man the seasonings. And then it's just GSP, garlic, salt, and pepper. As always, Lowry's garlic salt is the best. It's got a little bit of celery. It's got a little bit of sugar in it. Give it that little pop of flavor. So don't be afraid to load it up. A lot of this stuff's gonna fall off. It's never gonna touch the inside. We want a nice coat on this thing. And I'm gonna do what I do with my my briskets. And I'm gonna be spraying this thing with apple cider vinegar and whiskey. Giving it some love. Now, get some pepper. All right, now we're gonna roll this bad boy. Pat it down so it sticks and stays. And you can also re-season it once it's out on the grill to get that extra flavor. My grill, I'm using the Rectac today. I was gonna do it in the oven, but I decided, you know what? I'm gonna add some smoke to this bad boy and make it super, super tasty and flavorful. So, and the pepper is gonna give you the bark that you're looking for. Helps make that nice bark. Black pepper. Yes, sir, that black pepper make it taste real good, sir. One more side. All right, you know what, I'm gonna pick up. Try and get some of the seasonings on there. All right, so top spinach is there. We're in, we're locked and loaded. Dirty hands, because that's, you know, how I roll. All right, good. So I'm gonna run this thing out on the grill, and then I'll do an update once we get it out on the grill and let you know where we're at. All right, we got the Rectac set to 275. We're opening the lid. I'm gonna set this bad boy right on the rack. Set on. We're going on at 12:30. So I'm gonna do 2 hours at 275, and then I'm gonna go for 1 hour at 300. We're gonna try and get to that medium rare internal temperature. Then I'm gonna go 500 for 10 to 15 minutes to get a char. So we'll see how this process goes and how quick, because it's 12 pounds. The last recipe I saw this was for 10 pounds. So we'll just see how long it takes. So I'll put the probes in it. We'll see. We'll go from there. Okay, let's see here. ladies and gentlemen, we are currently sitting at 275, set point 275. Actual probe is in the meat. It's 51 degrees right now. So we're gonna run this for 2 hours, then bump it up to 300 for an hour, and then we're gonna go to 500 for 15 minutes to get a nice char. She's sitting in here. I got her on a rack so that the air gets underneath. The pan catches all the juice. She is perfectly loaded up, and we are excited. All right, final product. We have rain, thunderstorms, so we just got everything out. As you can see, just falling apart. Loaded with the flavor from the milk. Super tender, au jus ready, garlic cloves, everything inside. Looks amazing. So, about to dig in. I hope everybody enjoys, and we'll see you on the next cooking segment.